Hi everyone, welcome to Tag Cycling, 30-minute resolution ride. My name is Grace. I've been coaching here at Tag 6 or 7 years, and so I'm happy to be here with you. My goals in the past several years have been doing some mountain bike racing, some off-road triathlon, some fondos. My goal is usually to try to hit the podium in my age category, and I've been pretty successful at doing that. But enough about me. What are your goals? Hopefully I can help you reach your goals today. Our daily draw, if you fill out the spreadsheet and you join us today, it's a $50 gift certificate for Tag cycling classes. So you can do the live stream or come to some of our outdoor rides. You can use that for whatever. So that's a $50 gift card. And make sure, even if you've lost your streak and you're no longer in the running for the big $1,000 prize, keep showing up every day, even if you missed a day, because there's great daily prizes. And you know what? It's not all for nothing. Just keep coming, even if you miss a day. So right now we're just spinning it easy. We don't have really a lot of load in the legs. We're looking at a 30%, 3 out of 10 effort for the first 5 minutes. And that's going to be a little bit of the theme for the day, is not a lot of load in the legs today. We're taking it a little lighter today, especially if you've been with us every day, and especially if you did some of the really high intensity workouts that we've done for the last few days. Your legs might be ready for a little spin. So we'll be taking the opportunity to lighten the load, decrease the intensity a little, but work on some skills. So skills day, Friday, skills day, and work on some little things, a little bit of single leg pedaling to start, and then some cadence work. I won't call it work. We'll do some cadence fun. Some cadence pyramids. So if it's not really clear, our 3 main sets will be pyramids. We'll be starting with our legs at 1 speed, and we'll just keep increasing it. And then we'll come back down and gradually decrease it till we're back where we started. So that is the plan. So make sure that you've got your water. Start hydrating right away. Let's see if we can get through a bottle in 30 minutes and just keep sipping away. So just coming back and just thinking about your posture a little bit. Just think about being relaxed on the bike this morning. We want to have nice bend in the elbow and shoulders down away from the ears, and a nice easy pedal for another minute. And then what we are going to do is we're going to do some single leg pedaling. So you'll change your gear to a quite light gear, very easy, and you'll unclip one of your feet, and we'll just do one side for 20 seconds, then we'll clip in and do the other side. So if you don't feel comfortable clipping in and out, maybe you're on rollers, or any of you on rollers at home, you might not feel comfortable with that. So then you can just think more carefully about one leg and sort of make it do the work while the other one relaxes. So we're going to go in 5 seconds. And 3, 2, unclip one foot, and it's a 20-second single leg pedal. So we have put on a really light gear and just try to keep the leg turning over, and that's our first rep done. Let's clip in a couple pedal strokes and then switch to the other side. So here we are on the other leg, just for 20 seconds. And the idea here is to engage some of those muscle groups that we're going to be working in the main set and in our workout, and activate all the muscle fibers that we need to do this workout properly. Let's clip in and a few pedal strokes and back to the first side. So we'll go unclip again. First leg we started with. This time we'll go for 30 seconds. So find that gear that you can see if you can get that pedal stroke really nice and smooth. When I say we're activating muscles, can you feel it happening? Can you feel maybe your shins or your calves or your hip flexors or certain muscles working here? Okay, 3, 2, 1, clip in. Let's do 3 or 4 pedal strokes and then we'll switch. So other side now. We're going for 30 seconds on this side. And working on maybe some of those areas of the pedal stroke, of the circle, that might be a little sleepy. Like maybe the back of the pedal stroke where you sort of lose a little bit of the tension. Let's focus in on that. 2, 1, clip in, and let's pedal here for a few seconds and then switch. So we're doing the last time on this first side, and that will be for 45 seconds. So let's look at the top of the pedal stroke where the foot comes forward. The part where the foot goes down is usually the easiest, but let's make sure that those glutes are awake. Those big, strong, wonderful muscles that do so much of the work for us when we're on the bike. Make sure that's alive and well, and we'll do some work today. And that's 3, 2, 1. And last time on the second side, so a few pedal strokes just to get going and switch. So you can play with the amount of gear. Not too much. Nice and easy. Sometimes it's actually even harder when you have less gear. You really find those little missing pieces. So get that going there. We're in our last 10 seconds on this side, and then we'll clip in. In 3, 2, 1, clip in. Both legs are pedaling. And first set done. Nice. So we're going into our first pyramid in a minute from now. So starting now, find our starting cadence, which is 90 RPM. And if you want, you can just follow my leg speed if you don't have a computer to tell you what your leg speed is. I'll try to be bang on the numbers today. And we're starting at a gear or an effort level of a 50%. So start bringing that in now. And we're doing a cadence pyramid. So we are starting our 5-minute set in 15 seconds. So hopefully you're close to your 50% now. 5 out of 10 effort. And that's where we will start. And Here we are. So we're in our 5-minute set. Every 30 seconds, we'll increase the leg speed. So make sure your gear is set at 50%. And so we will increase our leg speed in 10 seconds. We're just going to come up to 95. Actually, what are we doing? We're going, okay, up. So bring your cadence up to 100. 100 RPM. Now, as we keep increasing the cadence, our power output's going to keep going up and up and up. So you may need to adjust your gear a couple times to keep it down and around 5 out of 10. So that's 30 seconds. Let's increase the leg speed again up to 105. So it's a little faster now, and you are keeping it together. So what we're doing is working on our skills, working on our pedaling efficiency. And now let's increase it to 110 RPM. Fast legs, 110. So our priority here today is not to go fast or smash, or not our power output, but it's our leg speed. So make sure you gear down if you're having trouble getting to these high cadence numbers. So we're at 110, and we have one more increase. Let's see if we can get up to 115 right now. 115 for 30 seconds. We're at the tippy top of our pyramid here, halfway through this 30 seconds now. And we're halfway through our pyramid. So hold on to 115 cadence. Fast legs for 5, 3, 2, now back to 110. So don't ease all the way back. You're just letting off a little bit to come to 110. Hold on to your cadence at 110. And this may not be comfortable, but the more we practice, the more comfortable it will become. Okay, now we're back to 105. Ease back another touch. So we all have our strengths and things we need to work on. Some of you may be a lot more comfortable putting on a lot of load and going at 80 RPM or 70 RPM. But what we're doing today, and we're down to 100 RPM, 100. What we're doing today is try to see if we can make our comfort zone a little bit bigger. Doing the drills, doing the work. It's not magic. 10 seconds to go. And then I'll have you do one last minute. We'll go down to 95 here, 95 RPM. Finding that this might feel a little bit better than the first time you were at this leg speed. A little bit more warmed up. And we are almost through this set. Let's go to 90 RPM for the last 30 seconds. Now while you're doing these drills, these last drills, let's think of the first drill we did, the single leg pedaling. Where were those blank spots? Let's think about that while we're here doing this work. Try to make it as smooth as you can. And 10, 2, 1. So that's our first set. Well, our second set done. We'll just take a minute of recovery. If you want to gear down one, then you can just have a sip of water. And we will go into the second set, which is similar. We're doing another pyramid, but this time we'll start with a little bit more gear. So we'll be in the range of 5 out of 10 to 6 out of 10, 50 to 60%. So just maybe one more gear, and we'll be doing 1 minute at each leg speed. So it's a 6 minute piece. So let's start in 3 seconds. 2, 1. So we're putting on that 60%, and we're at 90 RPM. And we're here for a minute. So just like we started the first set, we're starting at 90, and we'll increase from, we'll do 90, 100, 110, and then another one on top of that, and then back down. So working on our pedaling efficiency, trying to smooth out your pedal stroke. Let's think about the posture for a moment. Make sure your shoulders are down. Think about pulling those shoulder blades down your back. And we need to make sure that our core is nice and strong, that you've got your abs engaged to hold your pelvis nice and steady in the saddle. And in 2, 1, let's increase the leg speed up to 100. Now that 10 RPM jump is going to jump your watts right up. So if you need to, just bring down the gear so that we can hold on to that nice peppy leg speed. So back to the posture. If your abs are working a little bit, that's the center, your power center. Your legs, your leg muscles are going to have a nice strong base, nice foundation to pull and push off of. So get that nice and steady. And in 3, 2, 1, up, up. Now we're at 105. Fast legs. Adjust your gear if you need to. Today's a lighter day, and as well, we want to make sure we're hitting those cadence numbers. Today's about leg speed. Many, many revolutions are going to happen on this bike today. Halfway through this minute, we have 2 more increases. So these drills are good for, just like I said, trying to see if we can get that comfort zone a little bit bigger. We're looking for over the weeks and months and years. Okay, let's go up to 110 cadence. Fast legs. Adjust if you need to, but we don't want to go below 50 to 60%. We'll go back to where we started each time. So, big, huge zone of comfort is what we're looking for over months and years of practicing these drills. You might not necessarily see 110 cadence when we're out riding outside. Just remember, this is a drill, and we are working on technique here. So our next minute will be the top of our pyramid. So if you can, see if you can increase to a little bit more. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you. So right now, let's go above 110. If 110 is just enough for you, maintain this. Whatever you can, whatever your high limit is, maybe it's a touch over 115 even. This is your class. Those are your legs. So just remember, we're going fast as you can here for another 30 seconds. Make sure you don't have too much load in the legs. If you need to gear down to hold on to that leg speed, you can do that. And we are 15 seconds, and then we go back down to the 110. So don't let it ease back too much. We're going to 110 in 3, 2, 1, and settle back in at 110. Are you in your comfort zone? Not quite. Might feel like a bit of a stretch right here. A little tiny bit outside. But that's what I'm here for, to push you just a little slightly bit outside of your comfort zone. We're halfway through this minute. And then we're on the home stretch. So of course these drills that we do help us with our pedaling efficiency, helps just squeak out those few watts that we might need. Okay, 3, 2, 1, 105. Ease back on the leg speed, just a touch. These drills will help us. But if you're really looking for efficiency and squeaking out those few watts I mentioned, a good bike fit is really key. Okay, so you want to make sure you have the correct saddle height and that your bike fits you well. That is very important, which is why here at TAG, if you come in to the studio, we'll always set you up correctly on our bike before you get started, so that you can always make sure that you're at the right place. Okay, 100 RPM. And if you kept decreasing your gear or gearing down as you sped up the legs, you are kind of wanting to maybe add that back now that we're a little bit slower with the leg speed. So we set our intention of doing 50 to 60% to start, and that's where we're going to end. So 30 seconds, and then we will be back for a little break. So we should be at 90. Or were we at 100? Okay, let's spend a minute here. 90 RPM. What I'd like to see out there is some slightly bent elbows and ensuring that your core is just working enough to keep yourself seated in your seat. Nice and solid there. If you're rocking around and moving around and your abs aren't holding things together, I feel like it's kind of like running on the beach, running in sand. You're not really, with every step, you're not really getting a nice spring. You're not really getting as much power to the pedal. Okay, so let's take a minute break. You can gear down and take a full breather. Because we're inside, we can, unless you're on rollers, you can sit up and ease off your hands and just change your position here for a minute. And then we're into our last set. 2 down, 1 to go. Similar. We're going, actually we're gonna go from, we'll do, these ones are 2 minutes. Okay, so 2 minutes on this one. Each, we'll start at that 50%, 5 out of 10, and this one will start at 100. So let's get that going now, 100 RPM, so a bit faster legs. Let's add that gear right now. So we're in this for 2 minutes at 100 RPM at that 50% number. 50, not 15, 50%. It's your do all day pace. So shouldn't stretch you too far out of your comfort zone. 100, we should feel pretty comfy right here. At 100, 50%. We're 30 seconds in, 90 to go. And I'll try to squeak up my leg speed. I was at 98 there. Let's do 100. So definitely a bike fit. In addition to these skills, these drills, skills and drills are important to help with your efficiency. And a couple other things. One is making sure that you maintain your flexibility. Okay, so you want to stretch. You want to make sure that you've got a good range of motion around your joints so that you can have your legs and your body do what you want it to do. And so that means a little stretching. So I know these classes are 30 minutes and that's what you've signed up for, but if you can add in a little bit of stretching on your own at some point in your day, then that's awesome. So here we are. Almost through this 2 minutes. And we are going to squeeze out a little bit more leg speed. You'll see if you can get up to 105. Just a little bit more. So actually in this case, we're going into our last set, our last 6-minute set. It's 2 minutes at 100, 2 minutes at 105, and we'll finish at 2 minutes at 110. So we're not actually coming down the back side. So keep that in mind, that we're just gonna ramp up that leg speed. So right now we're at 105. If you set your gear at 50% to start, you might have trouble keeping these watts. You do what you need to do this morning. We don't want it below 50%. We want to ask our body to do a little bit of work this morning. But let's hold on. You are doing great. We have another 30 seconds left at this leg speed, and then we're into the last 2 minutes. Up and maybe over 110 cadence for 2 minutes. Finishing off the day nice and strong. Push and pull. So when we're at these high leg speeds, Okay, I'll count you down now. 3, 2, 1. 110, maybe a little more. Maybe you need to adjust your gear so that those legs are really moving. Really moving. So of course your legs know how to push down, but we want to think about the forward and back movement of the legs. Just a little tip that I use when I'm trying to stay steady in my saddle, along with having my abs on and my elbows nice and soft, quiet upper body, is I like to almost think about a kicking motion at the top of the pedal stroke and a scooping motion at the bottom. So let's stay above 110 here. And in case you're wondering, we're in our last minute. Higher than 110. Fast legs. Almost through. Push and pull. Forward and back. Abs on. Keep breathing. What are your goals? Think about those as the going gets tough here. In the last 30 seconds. See how fast you can get those legs. That's it, show me. 20 seconds to go. Almost through. Hang on, this is where you get fit here in the last 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and let your legs slow down. Do a few minutes of cool down if you have time, and do a little bit of stretching if you have time. And that's the class. That's it.